Hey there, we're Client Liaison.
And we're digging in the crates with cool accidents.
Ooh, badass. Prince, Dirty Mind. It's got the stockings. I think the label chopped off the sideburns at the bottom there because it's so raw. This is where Prince found his sound. It's where I got deep into him.
All right. So 1997, I was in grade 3 and this album came out. It was absolutely huge. Quite critically acclaimed. There's been a lot of articles written about how seminal this record was. I remember listening to the record before and it was just like this heavy sort of grungy rock, and then this was just like this synth wonderland mixed with guitars. Every album subsequently after Unit, you know, I'd just be like, why can't they just make it like Unit? Be more like Unit. This was such a great album, and you know, I've always said that about a lot of artists. When you get onto something good, just rinse it, keep doing it. So I want Unit 2, and I think, you know, maybe Regurgitator will come back and do something similar, but fingers crossed.
It's got more than the one hit though. Like it's,
oh, definitely, yeah.
I like your old stuff better than the new stuff.
Black Bugs.
And it's really avant-garde at times, which is cool as well.
Polyester Girl.
Oh yeah.
And if you put the CD in a computer, it would have like video clips on it and stuff.
Ooh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, it was pretty contemporary.
I didn't have a computer, I don't think.
To my fandom speaks of a record called Mish, which was made by Channel V's Band in the Bubble, where they were locked in a bubble in Federation Square in Melbourne, and they were forced to record an album. It stunk inside the bubble, so does this record. It is a hunk of steaming cow dung, but I love it. My favourite song on it is Don't Go to Sleep, and I think there's one called My Friend Robot. And I love Mish, I love Channel V, and I love Regurgitator.
Oh. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love, classic album. This is all about the Fairlight synthesizer designed in Australia, and she turned herself into a one-woman band on this album. It's got all these amazing samples of birds and flutes. I like the purple and the dogs in her neck. It's very carols by candlelight aesthetic, but also haunting and real.
Here is something that I think we need to talk about. The Living End. Such smash hits as Prisoner of Society and West End Riot. My grade 2 teacher, Richard Munro, guitarist of punk band H Block 101, told us that he knew The Living End, and I was so impressed by that my homeroom teacher knew The Living End. And that was in '96, and that's when I heard all this music, and it was on Rage on Channel 2. Yeah, to think that I was 1 degree of separation away from The Living End, noteworthy. All right, guys, this is, we need to talk about nu metal. Nu metal was, you know, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down, POD, all that kind of jazz. In terms of all musical genres, this one, yeah, it has not done well with time, but I think we've got to wait it out. I reckon there will be one time in the future where people really crack the code that was nu metal, and an album like this, System of a Down, Toxicity, with smash hits like Chop Suey, yeah, they will see the glory that they you know, deserve. But yeah, not yet, and not right now. I love it, and I used to listen to nu metal. It's quite therapeutic looking at this, confronting past demons, past horrors, all here in one record, System of a Down.
Ooh, finding some Joni Mitchell. Oh, this is my favorite Joni Mitchell album, The Hissing of Summer Lawns, 1970s LA. There is so much poetry in her lyrics. This is my all-time favorite album. The Jungle line talks about city meeting the forest, and here you can see the snake. The wives tending to their lawns in 1970s LA. It's and the artwork really encompasses the feel of it. George Michael, Listen Without Prejudice. Such a fine album. I mean, there is something about George Michael. He has the kind of the softer sissy side and then the hard dance side, and he went a bit soft here, but he still had smash hits like Freedom and the anthem Soul Free. I love that.
We have to mention George Michael played all the instruments and, you know, wrote all the music, and it
produced himself as well.
You don't really think that. You just think he's this like pop star who rolls into the studio and pisses off, but he is the real deal.